Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this Winter Championship Showdown. So this was one of the replays from the earlier rounds of the tournament, the ones that we did not cast on the stream, and this is Boss Toss versus Berserk, maybe the origins of the GREASUS story. So this was a really good series overall. Both of these players had an amazing set of games, and their matches did go to Game 5. So this is one of the matches here, and it is going to be Berserk bringing out his Forbidden GREASUS tech. So look at this. This is some wild stuff, right? Using the Yeti. So he uses the Ample Peak Greybacks, or Ample Peak Greybacks, and these guys do have Frostbite as well as the Chilling Aura, so he uses them in tandem with GREASUS to rampage you in, seduce you with that sweet hog of meat, and really just get the job done. So he does have Trappers in the front, GREASUS and the Yetis here, and the rest of the army is going to be Flingers, couple Pigback Riders, and then some Saber Tusk packs to grab the objectives. Very cool style. Curious to see if it's going to work here against old Boss Toss. Boss Toss is going to be some Ungor Spears with some Ungor Raiders, and then he does also have the Butchers of Kalkengard in the wings, which are just great. Butchers of Kalkengard are just like a generalist good unit, good at most matchups, and against Ogres, they'll be able to dominate most of the bulls, be able to take down things like Iron Guts, and will trade well into the cavalry as well, and also have Silver Shields, which is very useful against like the Trappers and Flingers. It's going to be a Doom Bull. Doom Bull is a decent mobile, just kind of beat stick character. 460 weapon strength, does have Dazed, and almost 7,000 HP as well. Brave Shaman of Death, Spirit Leech, and it is also going to be Doom and Darkness to try and win some big blob fights, maybe break positions. And the idea of that, I think, is that if you're facing somebody with like Pigback Riders and Noblars supporting Ogre units, you can overcast Doom and Darkness, get the Noblars to run, and isolate the Ogre units, which is very cool. Boss Toss loves to do this as well. Couple Ungors going to be vanguarding at the back point. He does have some Ungor Spearmen, which are very cheap. You can certainly afford to just like leave them back there, and when your opponent responds to them, you just run back in the trees, and it's never really worth it to chase them down, you know. So that's a cool idea. So out of the gates here, we do see the Ogre Kingdoms yielding the middle objective here to the Beastmen. So Beastmen are going to be getting a double cap on the Ogres. So that means that old GREASUS and Berserk are going to have to move up and contest the points here. We'll see. Saber Tusks thinking about running into the woods and attacking into the Ungors. If the Ungors just stand their ground and fight, they'll actually trade pretty well. They're very numerous, 160 models. They have anti-large, and they'll be able to feast. Although two Saber Tusks with fire support coming in from Noblar Trappers should be able to take down these Ungors. So it looks like Berserk is going to be rooting out the Gremlins before he consolidates his push in the middle. But yeah, he's going to be taking some damage in the process. Saber Tusk packs are losing models, but with enough volume of weight here, the Ogre Bulls with dual weapons, they want some barbecue, they want some cow flank here tonight. So they're going to be charging in with their big old beat sticks and giving these Beastmen the business. So farewell, sweet cows, you will be missed. We'll see you in the woods, and I'm surprised they're not broken. These are like the most stalwart Ungors. Like, we will fight. We'll fight for our farmlands. They're certainly doing that. Now in the back, Berserk is doing a little bit of scouting with his Blood Vultures. I think he's doing this on purpose, flying over to see where the Ungor Raiders are and kind of assessing what his opponent has, which is very cool. While we do see some Minotaurs with great weapons now being called out, obviously to handle the large targets that are the Ogre Kingdoms. On the backside, running into the trees are the Ungor Spearman herds, and advancing up are the Ungabunga. Oh wow, Beastmen are advancing. I didn't think they were going to. I actually thought they were going to sit back and make the Ogres advance into them, but Boss Toss, you know, nobody can resist the call of GREASUS. You know, when he waves that piece of meat at you, man, it just, you know, it lures even the most stalwart of foe in. In the back, we do see a Butcher of Heaven, so it is going to be Chain Lightning, which is a great spell, and Curse of the Midnight Wind, and Comet of Castandora as well. Comet, very interesting. I guess it will one-shot, and if your opponent does bring, like, the, you know, I don't know, maybe the Arwar Bestigors with the Halberds, you can bombard them. Trying to think about the applications here. So Greasy moving in. He's going to get his Greasy Spoon activated, going to be helping the boys out, and it's very risky for Boss Toss to bring the Doom Bull nearby. If GREASUS is able to use Everyone Has Their Price and rampage that bad boy, then the Yetis and GREASUS could probably even get a kill on the Doom Bull, because, man, that Frostbite combo is very nasty. Looking around to the back, we do see the double Minotaur, so the Butchers of Kalkengard are going to be moving in here, and it's going to be a dodgy one for him. We got Noblars, and, oh, look at that, the Cash Cascade. GREASUS, your boy, making it rain. I don't hate it. That's going to be buffing the stat line of all these Noblars and giving them 40 melee attack, which really isn't bad. I mean, plus 24 melee attack is a really substantial buff, actually. So the Yetis beating down the Slangor. Slangor is also going to be taking some firepower from the Trappers in the back. Meanwhile, the big old Beastman army trying to collapse the flank on this side, basically avoiding GREASUS, but the Chain Lightning there, very clutch, annihilating the Slangors and also tearing through some of the Gore Herds as well, allowing the Pigback Riders to get some pretty good momentum. Doom and Darkness, of course, activated, but not enough to break the very resilient little goblins here, or Noblars. And we do see the lines breaking through. So the Minotaur is going to be force pathing past the Noblars here. And it looks like the Pigback Riders are still in the fight, still confident despite the Doom and Darkness. These guys are really inspired by the grease. Back here on this side, GREASUS Goldtooth going to be breaking through with his Yetis and creating a pretty nasty little Death Star here and looking to get into combat with the Butchers of Kalkengard. Yeah, we get the Yetis going in, so the Yetis are going to be potentially able to get them with the Frostbite. So look at this, 34 speed from Frostbite as well as the Aura. They're now in combat with the Yetis, and GREASUS Goldtooth going to be getting in as well. He is afflicted by Spirit Leech, but no, honestly, he's a pretty hard target to kill. GREASUS has like a base like 8,000 HP or something, so he's pretty thick. So everyone has their price activated. And the Butchers of Kalkengard, apparently they have a price as well. Oh, here comes the big man. He's got his shank of meat, and yeah, he's putting up a fight here. His Yetis, it's like the Walmart version of the Butchers of Kalkengard. Honestly, not doing badly. They have a decent stat line and hit pretty hard. Do they hit harder than the Butchers? Yes, they do. Butchers hit for 114, and they're 144. So GREASUS and company feasting pretty well, and we do see the Ogre Kingdoms looking pretty resilient across the board, as GREASUS is leading the charge to take down the centerpiece here. And the big old bull in the back, the Doom Bull's push, kind of failed a little bit. The Minotaurs with Grey Uppins, of course, are very good against Ogre models, but are not going to have a good time versus just the sheer amount of trash units, because they're not Khorngors. Khorngors have high armor and can withstand low-tier units better, but regular Minotaurs, not so much. So they're going to get dragged down by the Flingers, the Pigback Riders, and just all those trash units. So now Ogre Kingdoms are moving up to contest the point here. And it looks like it is still in the hands of the Beastmen. Beastmen getting a couple Khorngors into the mix, which is going to be quite excellent. GREASUS in the danger zone a little bit, down to 3,600 HP, but he has done some pretty considerable damage to a very powerful unit in the roster in the Butchers of Kalkengard. And it looks like the Doom Bull thinking about getting in there and trying to maybe get a snipe on him. We'll see, as the Brave Shaman of Death did get involved in this fight and does end up getting shattered there. Wow, that is really, really big. Is it GREASUS time, ladies and gentlemen? 3,200, Doom and Darkness, and Dazed. A lot of debuffs going down on GREASUS. He's still sitting pretty firm at 49 leadership. He's very, very tough to break. GREASUS is quite a house. So looking around to the backfield, Beastmen are kind of broken here. The remnants of their Slangors and backfield push taken apart by Chain Lightnings, as well as the defensive posture of the Ogre Kingdoms. And GREASUS is able to get back, as the middle objective is going to start flipping to the Ogres, who are pretty, not super far ahead on value, but definitely ahead by enough from what I can tell in the field. I do like the core of Ungo Raiders here. That's going to give it a lot of nice pushing power, as the Ogre Bulls, who don't have much armor, only 30 and no missile mitigation whatsoever, will suffer. A little bit of Saber Tusk backfield pushing. Boss Toss is going to be seeing this, sending over some Gore Herds. Definitely should get his Centaurs and charge them. Yeah, great play. Really, really good stuff. So he's going to get the charge there. Need to keep these Raiders online. And look at this. What's going down over here? Oh, he's getting greased. The Doom Bull's getting it. He's getting hammered by the Butcher, and GREASUS with Meat Feast is coming in on his scooter, dude. Oh, it's on. Oh, man. The big Chad GREASUS. Okay, this was like... This is like the first installment of the GREASUS saga, right? We saw GREASUS in the grand finals doing well, but apparently earlier in the tournament he had some success as well, as we do see the Doom Bull getting pushed back here. So objective 2, firmly in the control of the Ogre Kingdoms. We do see the Doom Bull breaking here and running, and elsewhere some of the Ungo Raiders have gotten back online, but honestly all I'm seeing is Ogre. It's all Ogre now, I think. Nice little everyone has their price there. Not that it's going to do a lot in terms of, you know, like luring something to its death with the units that are there, going to be losing a lot of melee attack. Even if you don't care about the Rampage, it's still a decent little debuff. And anything that lowers like leadership in an AoE radius like that is usually worth considering for a build. But massive rout by the Beastmen. I don't know if I see any way of them coming back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Yetis are moving up and the Ogres are all over the place. And Goldtooth, man. Okay, I mean, is the GREASUS meta upon us? Are we going to start seeing Greasers out there copying Berserk and bringing these kind of builds? Because that actually looked legit good. It was like, he's like this constant threat that if like, not that he got a lot of value, but like he's an anchor piece with 2 really nice buffs and debuffs. I don't know. Is the Grease meta 1,500 on those bad boys? And yeah, didn't even use Lead Belchers. I mean, the Ogre meta for a long time has been very Lead Belcher centric. It's like a tongue twister there. But yeah, the Grease Lightning, the dreaded 466 GREASUS value. Now, looking at the Beastmen army, they definitely got folded up when they push in. I think that was the biggest mistake Boss Toss made, was attacking into the Ogres back there. He had the double cap. He should have been on as far on the backside of the middle objective as possible and make this slow, haggard GREASUS overextend himself. And then I feel like he can get better picks. I feel like that was the one big mistake the Beastmen made. But anyways, GG, well played. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Great match by these 2 mighty players. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all on the other side.